fucking stacked now. Bro, there's so much fucking people in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people altogether. All killers. Yeah. Spoon.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Hit the drive! Driver! What? This is gonna hurt! Oh, burnout! They mean what a finish! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Jamie, Jury, forget who else. He has a bunch of characters.
And a Philly cheesesteak.
Let's get this mission started. This will be a fight. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The pressure continues as they can't escape the corners. They need to find a way out. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Changes things up with an overhead. Goes for the fireball, which is springs forward with the drive rush. Risky hook drive rush to keep it going. Shows the medium kick. Rejects them with the boom.
Spam and Jayu. I play winner.
Both fighters planning something. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Good. Burnout activates. Good heads up play going for
fucking Jayu is murdering.
Finish the round. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Opts for the throw. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Definitely answers the air attack. Shoots off a fireball up close. They hit each other. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense.
A what? A teacup.
On the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Oh no, that's awful.
Medium kick hit.
No, I hate them. I hate T-tops and I hate convertibles.
Target combo with a drive rush to keep it going. Gets carried to the corner. Sonic boom.
I just feel like it's another place to leak, you know, in the future. Yeah. Another place to collect rust and another place to leak.
Springs forward with the drive rush. They were right to be on guard there.
Plus, he's fucking talking about replacing the entire roof.
Which fighter has
what?
out the win? Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc.
We have no problems right now. We don't gotta make any.
Phase is over. Time to get down to business. You've gotta be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon.
I have no idea how you're finding that out.
Medium kick. Hit something. There's a burnout. Player 1 stops this train with the solar plexus strike.
Try send that stuff to me. Try send it to me, and then I'll look.
Player 2, oh, done. Bad news is on the way. Plenty of help. Full gauges. Let's go.
Ooh, that was a good combo. Reset. Jeez.
Wait, what? Are they actually dead?
Fucking Jayu is unreal.
Yo, that read was godlike. Got ahead.
Here comes a new challenger.
Where the valve covers at?
Oh, looks
He
like these two
kept
have
it?
more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
That's strange.
This will be a good fight. Round one.
Why would he keep the valve covers?
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Tries to bait him with the projectile. The drive parry was successful. The drive rush to try and keep up the attack. What is he thinking here? Player 2
Fuck.
is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage.
Yeah, there's no
See how they
reversal.
apply their corner pressure in this situation. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings and use their ends with a projectile.
Fuck.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. They timed that just right to get the perfect pair.
Fucking
Still
shit.
very early in the round. Perfect parry. How will they follow up? Throws them. What's next? Player 1 chases them down. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 is in burnout. Oh no, they're stunned. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Gotta be careful. Devil's reverse. Jumps. Breaks the block with a throw. Drive rush to keep it going. He brushes that off and keeps going. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Sneaks in the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Off of Cristiano, going in with doubles reverse. Dashes forward. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Sticks out a kick. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. One of the distance leads to some big damage. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Any throw will whip. Oh, burnout! You didn't mean to do that? What's next? Dash! Raw super hard incoming. Boost to the face with some authority. Okay, here we go. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Throws them. Amazing! In with the head press. Overhead attack. Dangerous range here. Betting in all on the drive rush. Wall flat into the guard frame. Flatline zone. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that good. Oh, that throw did some juicy damage. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets the parry and adds some pressure. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Solid combo. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player
Perfect,
1
good job, you.
on the board first with the win. They'll
Yeah.
have to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's
He might perfect me. He might perfect me back. He might try.
Fireball here, maybe as a simple
I gotta not let him. Yep, he cannot do it now.
big counter. Still slugging it out at this range. From upstairs.
Me too.
Both fighters bust out the parry. Player 2 needs to use them, springs forward with the drive rush.
Yeah, what a queer, yeah.
Goes for the head press. Breaks it. Burn out, but they may have a plan here.
A shorter version.
Final push at the end.
A way better version is true.
You have a chance to finish things. You gotta take it. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It's now or never. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. We're just getting connected with the throw. Any throw will live at that range. Player 2 with the lead. Breaks it. Ooh, what a smart throw. Amazing. Burns out. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. Back all in with a rush. Oh, here we go. Rid of the heart now. Flatline zone. Player 2.
I lost. Are you in there still? Okay. Spoon is good. He's been around forever.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made. Absolutely relentless. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Springs forward with the drive rush.
Who's that, Spoon?
8 meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but he's looking to impress with this super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. The super art doesn't kill. They kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. That's what happens when you capitalize on.
I think I'd rather carburetor for that old ass feel. Yeah, keep that old feel, that old simple feel. That motor produces 300 horses. That Corvette motor. Yeah. Yeah, with the transmission not fucking bad, huh?
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Puts one in the pocket. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Well-timed command throw there. Trips them up. Reads them. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Taking stock. The drink level's up to 4. All options are on the table. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the range where things get messy. Experiencing burnout. Heats it up with a combo into super. Traps him with a break-in. What'll happen here?
You got it still. They get burnt out, dude. Yeah.
The chip damage was enough. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? A parry? Shows immediateness.
Jamie's the worst character in the game.
Box him with a target kick. Player 1 kept their
That's what they say anyway.
Through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Not experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. They're backed up into the corner. The low. Both fighters planning something springs forward with the drive rush. This unleashes up to KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in,
you got it.
That was a decisive win. Will we see our fighters feel each other out, or just let it fly in this opening round? Well-timed command throw there. Player 1 with the life lead. Goes for the drive rush there. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Life lead opens up. Target locked and scoop. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Looking
nice, good job.
Too much.
People ain't ready for shit.
Player
They're
1
not.
on the board first with a win.
They're not.
Keep the pressure on.
The instinct is that when you do that, they usually think that they whiff.
Gets the jump in.
And they usually think that you whiff, and then you have an SPD.
Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Uses the target combo with a fill-up. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 holding on to that.
Just relax, he's jumping a lot.
Big opportunity now in this corner. Goes with a safe.
He's gonna jump? There you go. He's gonna jump. He's gonna keep jumping. Because he doesn't want to get SPD on wake up with the EX SPD, so he's gonna jump. So you can just lariat his ass.
stage.
Yeah, here's the jump.
Precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Plenty of
He's
power,
burnt out.
full
This is
gauges.
perfect.
Let's go. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. What are they gonna do? Target
Here's the jump. Here's the jump.
Getting it all on the side run. This is gonna hurt. Player breaks it. Tops off the tank and scores the win.
Jamie,
That was catching.
What is that, 1-1?
You're gonna get in a fight.
You got it.
round one.
We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Perfect parry to stop him. Time to go on the offensive.
No damage. No damage.
Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Puts one in the pocket. Takes the chance to hurt him.
Can you EX SPD on wake up?
The throw misses. No more drive gauge. Beautiful setup
Nice.
of that attack.
Boom, make this shit even
They
soon.
can't afford any mistakes. Hits him with his free flow. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is
There it is.
pushed into the wall, and the stun's there. Player 1 can't use any more drive. Looking
Nice.
to plant him with a foul drive.
That was a nice mistake.
A quick breather. To come
Nice.
from the brink like that, what a comeback!
Mm.
Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 2 chases them down. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Going in. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Looking to win him with a pile driver. Knockdown and player 1
Nice.
can't use any super armor.
Nice, you
Just
motherfucker.
goes for it
Yes.
at this range. A quick breather.
That was a
Drive rush to
bait.
keep it going. Reversal. You've got to be mindful. Springs forward with the drive rush. What's that drive rush?
There's a stay calm.
Player 2 can't let this power.
I don't know if he can kill.
Got him up against the wall, and the stun is there. Catches out the cage right there.
This is our destiny.
Perfect.
Gonna kill. No doubt about it.
Gets got.
Flatline zone.
Yep.
Last
And
round.
use your stand medium kick for poking, for counter poking him, especially when he's low on life.
This is
Yeah,
it.
that's shit.
Who's gonna take it all? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Boom goes the dynamite. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. What's next? Getting it all on the drive rush. Free flow strike. Sees the overhead coming. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. Excellent block. Fights back with authority. Burns out. What are they gonna do?
This is it. This is it. Right here. Done. Level 3.
They gotta get in there. There's the soup with the Larry. Oh, burnout. They need to do that. Break it on them and lay down the
Should have just done it. You would have won the whole thing. Okay, stand counter poke. Counter poke with the medium kick. You're gonna win.
Noticeable life lead is a comeback rushes in. Player 1
Done.
is over. Player
Ugh.
A new war has entered the ring.
Nah, we'll see about that.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Show me everything you have.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The combo's there. There's a corner switch. Starts on the jump. Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully in this part of the fight. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Taking stock. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. So So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Both players with no drive in the tank. Just out of range for that throw. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Nails the anti-air. Goes for the super arm. Knee press nightmare hit. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Going in.
Oh, I'm dead.
Finishes them with a
Damn my good reactions.
Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Off the shadow round. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen? Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Player 1 has a slight life lead. High punish. Both five experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They're burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Scrapping it out up close. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 with a rhythm owning that impact squat.
Oh, I let level 3. The
Player
punch
1
hit me.
brings it home.
The punch hit me before I could. Yeah. I was probably like an inch away from the ground in real life kind of terms.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. The command grab doesn't make it. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Knockdown. Deftly shuts out the jump kick. Sticks the combo. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. We're near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a KO? Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 got completely shut out that round. Can they make a comeback? Still very early in the round. Combo with the target combo. Reads their mind and texts the throw, taps the dome. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive is pressure. A quick breathe, burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Psycho power goes boom. Can they claw their way back and give goes for the knockdown and looking to plan them with a pile driver. They gotta go. Will this super art do anything? Oh, they switch sides. What a finish! Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. There's a punish count. This can lead to something very big to capitalize. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Alright, what's coming up next?
Oh.
Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. Not shy with the grab. Taking stock. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Shows the medium kick. Goes for the jump in. Slow escape. Player 2 can't use any more drive. There's a wall splash. KO. Player 1 on the boards first with the win.
Level 1.
Want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The attack is parried. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. How will they manage their drive game? Target locked and scoop. Player, burnout triggered. Shows a medium kick. Player one, they're going for the super art. There's a change of side. That fifth combo hits and we got trouble coming. We're experiencing burnout. Frozen. A quick breather. Player two needs to use the threat of the corners. In there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. It's now or never. Medium kick hit. Big time whip. Gets him with a Euro step. Flip target locked and scoop. Player one instantly just a big damage. Oh, reversal. Player two needs to win all by the throat tag. Player two has a big drive gauge. Weak. Back forward rush. Double knee. Turns out. Throws him. How long can this offensive assault continue? Knew the throw was coming. In with the head wrap. I can't believe Hug's nothing but air. A lot of drop zone, baby.
Oh, I level 3. Oh, I don't have level 3. Oh, I do. I don't. I had what, level 2. I tried. I think I entered it too slow. I'm about to fucking rape everybody. Yeah. I have Blanca up.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Well-timed command throw there. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range.
Bro, so I was at work, yeah?
Huge life lead. Is this going where we think?
And the guy I was talking, one of my coworkers at the pool yesterday, we were talking, and then I don't know how it came up, but then he was all like, he's like, yeah, you know, like, oh, it's like, he's like, you know, everybody's a little gay, and I was like, what? And he's all like, yeah, he's like, people want to act like they're not. He's like, you know, but you don't know until you try. He's like, you know, I sucked a dick, and it wasn't for me. And I was like, what in the shit? And he's a fighter too. Like he was pretty popular for fighting in the cage.
Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Experiencing burnout. Player two looking to plan him with a pile driver. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing.
Isn't that crazy though? He's just like casually like, yeah, I sucked a dick, and well, you know, it wasn't for me. I was like, what? So ever since then, I've been disturbed.
That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Player one in dire straits with burnout. All in with a rush. Uses the gauge for a super on.
Come on. It's time.
Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Took him to the corner in a flash. Can they create an opportunity for them? Closes it with a classic corner throw. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one. Fight.
We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? The combo's there. Backs them into the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Sticks the combo. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Not shy with the grab. Reads that. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Connects with medium kick. Throws them to negate the block. Both fighters planning something, springs forward with the drive right. Player two finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Can't tech the throw. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Looking to plan him with a pile driver.
Nice again.
Super on deck for both players. Yo, put that away. A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Smart play with the throw. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Going in, one mistake here is all that's needed. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player, oh, command grab. Trouble coming. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Uses the gauge for the super.
Yeah, it's not over. That's such a small amount of damage. Oh shit.
They get the stun. This is a huge opportunity to end the round quickly. Pops off the tank and scores the win. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Barely blocks the jump in. Charges forward. We're just getting started here. Who will take control? Heavy punch sends a flux, sees the overhead coming. Oh, here we go. Player one has the super gauge advantage. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. All in with a rush. All the throw connects. What's next? Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start impact. Squash. Punish counter on reaction. Player three is right up with the super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Noticeable life lead is a cup drive in.
Wow.
Oh, putting the cherry on top. Breaking on them and lay down some damage without giving up ground. Not going anywhere. Ooh, taking them for KR.
Good shit.
Player one was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round one.
It's gonna be a while before he does, dude. It's hard to deal with.
Breaks it off. Shows a medium kick. Still very early in the round. Reads that. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. What's the play here? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Player two is just about out of drive after that. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Well-timed command throw there. Limited resources at hand right
That's
now.
so much damage.
Opts for the air-to-air encounter. It's heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there.
He fucked
Medium
up.
kick hits. You gotta be mindful of
And
reaching
medium
jump
kick
into
him.
this range. Hanging on for dear life.
That would have been it.
Not much movement. Springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown. The impact doesn't do. Burnout activates. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player one needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Got him up against the wall, and the stun is there. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player two with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? That's a counter. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Both fighters are looking to plan them with a pile driver. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Target locked and scoop. Heavy punch sends him flying. Player one will look to apply pressure here. KO!
Good shit.
This fight is going the distance. It's gut check time for our fighters. Who's going to pick up the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? That feeling out phase, big time whip! Whip super arctic, there's a burnout! Player one in dire straits with burnout. Drive rush to keep it going. A super arc. Player two will look to apply pressure. Getting in all on the drive rush. Player two will need to play it drive rush. Roots him and takes a swing. Player one is the overhead denied. Reversal. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump and reach out and hug it. Breaks it off. A jump? That's gonna leave him rattled. Player two can't win this without overdrive arrow kick. Okay, here we go. Tries to act quickly, but whips the attack. The drive gauge is screaming from connects with the throw.
Ready to lariat.
Not
Oh,
going
never mind.
anywhere. They got him.
Done.
Taking him from, are you kidding me?
Catches everybody.
Player.
This ain't no free Blanca, and you know that.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Gets a chance with that jump. The throw is escaped. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The big drive gauge disparity has opened up, and it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Beautiful setup with that attack. Takes the chance to hurt him. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Was looking for that jump attack. Extends the gauge for the drive reversal. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive pick. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Sneaks in above. Still slugging it out at this range. The throw is tacked. Big throws. Player 1 needs to use the front of the corner here. Hits him with a stop and buy. Player bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the shoot.
Oh, I'm not really worried.
They're not playing around.
Not worried.
Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Sees the overhead coming. The overhead did not.
Oh, that's gonna grab me. Am I dead? Oh, I'm dead.
A clean KO. Nice meter awareness.
That's crazy. Okay, so basically we're starting fresh.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to Totsugeki to the face? Barely blocks the jump in. Burnout activates. All the throw connects. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. Big time win. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Back into the corner. What set up this overhead, but it won't work. Crowns him from above. Okay, here we go. Rushes in. What are they gonna do? Pokes with a kick. Changes the flight plan. There's the burnout. Noticeable life lead. It wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick hits. Pounces on their prey with the wild hunt. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Player 1 is using their drive liberally.
Ooh.
Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Shows the medium kick. One chance here may end this match. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Backstep rolling attack? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. There's a change of stuff, looking to plan them with a pile driver. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Burnout activates. Both fighters experiencing burnout. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good anti-air in this one.
Oh!
Player one is in a very good spot now. Breaks through with the throw. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rebound. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. An aggressive attack. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player two has the life lead. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Player one can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. The fighters are matching each other move for move, going into the midway point of the match. Coming through. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be.
Oh, I fucked up.
Both fighters are barely alive. Going in, player two can't use any more drive. Oh, burnout triggered. Target locked and it's too much. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't miss a beat. Okay, creating some space here. They're looking to plant him with a pile driver. Quick breather. It's back with the overdrive vertical. Both fighters have a full super meter on. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Breaks the block with a throw. Ah, burnout activates. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Just what they were after. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. A quick breather. Both overhead, but it won't work. Gotta be careful not to whip hugs, nothing but air. Throws them. They are absolutely whip reversal. Jumps. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Target locked and scoop. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. The low. Oh, here we go. Ooh, what a smart blow. Both fighters are down. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh.
You're not dead.
This could really tip the scale. This is going to hurt. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? What'll be the plan here? Thread the needles! Player two!
I'll take care of this Jamie for you too. I'm not.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business. The top player.
You know, come watch me beat the Jamie.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Alright, what's coming up next? Anything can happen here. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Combo with the target combo. Knockdown. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. What a finish. Great lead.
I haven't played against the Jamie for like 3 years, so give me like a little bit of a break there. I gotta counter poke him.
Now, how are they going to use it?
I cannot be.
Goes for the drive rush there. Things are
Fuck, you counter poke me.
We may see someone speed things up. Opt for the free flow kick. Yo, put that away. Going in. Vertical rolling attack. Get out of here. Looking for a chance.
What the fuck?
Quick breather. Come on. Barry. Dashes forward. Player one will look to apply pressure. Oh my god, what a throw set!
Fuck. That must not be DP. That's not DP. That's backward fireball now. Guaranteed. Yeah, how the fuck would he react to that? No way.
The cross-up's good. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Player 2 has the life.
Oh. The fucking recovery on that is terrible.
The jump in is denied. Player 1 chased down to the wire. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with.
It wasn't safe.
Taking stock.
Oh my god. Of course. He parried. That was a safe jump. I guess it's hard to tell because everything looks weird with him. How about this? Oh fuck.
And everything from here on out is so vital. Jumps up, barely blocks the jump in. Early round decision, strikes back with the overdrive arrow. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? They decide to take a breather to regroup. Quick breathe springs forward with the drive rush. Breaks their guard with the throw. Here comes the mixed drive rush to keep it going. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 need command grab. Trouble coming.
Fuck. Come on. I gotta go Bison to get this cocksucker.
With that super. What a move. Taking no prisoners. That's what happens when you.
I gotta be able to counter poke him. That's the only way. Yeah, well, for me, yeah, Blanca is not my best for counter poking, so I need Bison for that.
Start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Checking their reaction with a nice read. Denies them with a somersault. Let's move them. Drive rush. Oh, here we go. Oh, they switch sides. Oh, yo. Super hit. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Perfectly planned. Perfectly executed. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money.
Round 1. Fight.
We're here in the first round. Adds a bit of OD spice. Sonic boom. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Plenty of life left in both fighters, but a big difference in drive. How can they use this to their advantage? Trips them up. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. The throw misses. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Takes a trip, picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Left off the projectile to waste time. Squeezes the gauge. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Sonic boom. You got going on the offensive? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. What's the next move? Butt smash. Nice parry. Checks him with the boom. Long range fireball hits him with a stop and pop. Digs in deep to get that drive in. Goes solid puncher. Expect to see some added pressure here. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Pressuring them in the corner. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Goes for the super art? Spends the gauge on the... What a finish. Great read on the life gauge there.
Round 2.
Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They piles up the knowledge. Nice read. Denies them with a somersault. Swings forward with the drive rush. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Sonic boom. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Reads the command grab. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Going in? They are really going at each other this round. Drive rush to keep it going. What'll happen here? That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Yep. I'm waiting for Jayu and Spam. Who? Yeah, invite everybody. Fuck. Soft red. Huh. Yeah, he is. He is because we don't understand him. What is that? Well, yeah, because you're much better now. Still free for me, but better. Still free for me, but better. When is it my fucking turn? Yeah. Oh, fucking, when is it my turn? Bro, like, what the fuck? Am I not queued up? Jeez. Oh, you're waiting forever. Fuck.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen?
Sonic boom.
Checks with the projectile. Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. The jump in catches them. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Goes for the drive.
Who's that?
Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Life lead opens up.
It's almost my turn.
Oh, easy tech. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Sonic boom. Medium kick hits. Perfect input on the sonic boom. Fireball springs forward with the drive rush. Checks him with the boom. Jumps up. Somersault kick stops him cold. Perfect boom. You've got to be mindful of reaching. Burnout activates. The impact doesn't do anything. Shows a medium kick. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Overhead. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the... Oh no, they're stunned. How will they utilize this? No! Stunned off the wall! Burns out. Turning it right up with a super. Player 2 can't flatline them. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round.
Open. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Perfect input on the sonic boom. Carries the drive rush. Player 1 needs to take advantage of this cage disparity. Boom! Betting it all on the drive rush. Overdrive Hago. Gets into gut punch. Wrestle. Both sides getting ready. They push their way out forward rush. Player 2 is dangerously close to perfect execution with the anti-air. Noticeable life lead is a hit the drive. Sovat to pin him down. Tons of space between them, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Parries the fireball. The next touch may decide to rushes in. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Going in. Jamma! Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1. Fight.
They are letting it fly and hits the drive. Doesn't miss a beat. Sonic boom. There springs forward with the drive rush. Very solid corner switch. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Neither of them willing to back off here. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Shoots off a fireball up close. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Feeling out the spacing. Takes a trip. Uses the drive rush here to KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Drive rush to keep it going. Grabs and throws them away. What'll happen here? Springs forward with the drive rush. Checks them with the boom. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Max SA gauge. Oh, burnout triggered. Let's loose a boom. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Sonic boom. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. What the sun? Is it gonna be over? Time to go for throw. There's a burnout. Charges up the flat back. Combo finishes it. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who's going to get anticipated that throw? Drops him hard. Medium kick hits. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Throws them. How long will this offensive assault continue? Plenty of help. Full gauges. Let's go. Letting it all on the drive run. What now? They got turns out. Oh, they switch sides. Player 1, there's a burnout. Here comes the boom. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Ryu bring that MD and whooping ass to work.
Get up.
Player 2, they think this time to bust this out?
Not good enough.
They didn't test the throw. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round 1. Fight.
Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Jumps. Sticks the combo. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juice advantage. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. The low doesn't connect. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round.
I'm waiting, yeah.
Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a big time that just right to get the perfect pin. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Player 1 chases them down. Scrapping it out up close. Reverse spin kick ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. All in with a rush. Sets up with the jump in. Jumps. Shows a medium kick. Checks with a medium kick. Solid anti-air. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arch from this situation? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Experiencing burnout. Chips them for the win. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. A jump anti-air in the clutch. Sonic boom. Medium kick hits. Close range projectile. Good parry. All in with a rush. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Okay, he sees the overhead coming. Clutch anti-air. Player 2. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Turns out. Player 1. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Wants to close it out in style, but is it enough? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! That was...
Is he good? I feel like I'd rape him.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Ooh, what's this? It's not over. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. All right. Opts for the throw. Hits with the overhead. With this super arc connect, back throw for the side switch. This is looking bad. What are they going to do? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Taking stock. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Jump, gets. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Jumps up, big throw. A quick breather. Dashes forward. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters planning something? This is gonna hurt. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Throws them. Okay, here we go. A jump? Connects with the throw. Any mistake here? Can this drive bring them back? The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Back dashes for space. That was the highest I've ever seen. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Denies the jumping. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Pressure continues as they can't escape the corner. They need to find a way out. Player 2 with the life lead. Nails the anti-air. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. The grab misses. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Throws a fireball, springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both fighters planning something? Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Denies the jump in. Drive rush to keep it going. sleeves and think of something. Player in there! Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. So, get down to the wire. The drive impact netted them a sweet punishment. The combo's there. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. What are they thinking here? Goes for the drive rush there. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Decides nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Dashes forward. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Backstep rolling attack. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Dashes. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. They push their way out of the corner. What's next? Breaks it. There's the burnout. They gotta dig down deep. One player is in burnout. This can lead to some big damage. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Trouble from up top. Who's going to steal this win? The player uses the invincibility. Getting up close and personal. Ooh, does them dirty. Player 1 is barely hanging on. Drive rush. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Oh, the throw connects. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Quick medium poke. Getting it all on the drive rush. Oh, putting it on the line. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish.
Shayu. 1-1. 2-1. Well, it's them again.
Here comes a new challenger.
Give me that drama. Give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. What are they thinking here? Sticks the combo. Had the radar up and running. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. All right, what's coming up? Experiencing burnout.
Hell no.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Okay, they trade hits, still very early in the round. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Both sides have the super gauge max and ready to rip. What'll happen here? Jumps in. Side switch into a super arc. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. At least one of them is having a burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change.
Oh, I got hit by that.
With a super art finish. Nice and Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves.
I will right after this.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Holds out with the block. Alright, they throw them into the corner. They're looking to keep the pressure on and do some damage. No good up high. Player 2 has the life lead. Pressuring them in the corner. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Shoots off a fireball up close. Neither of them willing to back off it. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the nulls. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 has a slight life lead. Big throw. What'll happen here? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. They're backed up into the corner. Burnout activates. Closes in. The throw connects. Forward rush. Player 1 needs to hold and burns the game on the super. What now? Both up the drive rush. Burns out. Will they go? Throws them away. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. The last round. Sees the overhead coming. Throws them. Big throw. Overhead. Player 1 with not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Plenty of. Oh my God! They just choked it up. Oh, a burnout. Did they mean to do that? Keep them out. What are they gonna do? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Okay, here we go. Player 2 is in a very good spot with the solar plexus strike. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Jump! Oh, they are done! Player 1 faced the giant and walks away.
1-1.
What a win! The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff! Player 1 chases them down. Decides to meet them in the air. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Vertical rolling attack! Get out of here! It's turned into a driveless fight. How will they play it? Smart decision there. The chip damage was enough. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Throws them to negate the block. Had the radar up and running. Still slugging it out at this range. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Brings out a bomb. It's cute and makes people win. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Springs forward with the drive rush. Super hard on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Looking for a chance. Both sides. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 pairs a burnout. In a Shogeki. This could be the final push of the
I know that didn't just happen.
When you have
Fuck
a chance
me.
to finish things, you've got to take it.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go, but what are these fighters going to do? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. There's a drive rush to float the opponent off balance. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Had the radar up and running. Checks them with the projectile. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Time's the only thing moving here. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 is going on the offensive. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. A quick breather. Not much life delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the overhead. All in with a rush. And the super. Time for dessert. Breaks it off. Hostegeki to the face. Player 2 can't use any drive-through. Gotta play flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Medium kick. Hits him with a double knee press. Jones with the fireball. Barely blocks the jump in. Both players look for something to work with. Throws him. Knockdown and goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Solar plexus strike. Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's go. What anti-air in the clutch. All in with a rush. Turning it right up with the Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with the level 3 super. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that football. Double knee press. Uses the parry. Denies the attack and takes him all the way to the corner with that. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. This is looking bad. What are they going to do? Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Heading into the end, takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Experiencing burnout. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. To come from a break like that, what a comeback! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 chases them down. Hits with the overhead. Psycho Crusher hit! Saw that coming. Scrapping springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown and... that's a counter. Blocks the impact. Throws a fireball. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Drive rush to keep it going. Rush. Max SA gauge. Burnout activates. Player 2, raw critical. What's gonna happen? The unlimited cycle crusher. Free history lesson. This move always hurts. Player 2, drive rush. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 they couldn't tech the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starts things off with a jump in. Going on the offensive. All the throw connects. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Gets the side split. All in with a rush. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Clutch anti-air. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Closes it out. Player 1 delivers the upset. That's one for the replays. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Gets out of there with the backdown. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Alright. Still slugging it out here. Player 1 has used up all of their drive. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Life lead opens up. Goes for the super arc. Knee press nightmare hit. Perfect time to spend the meter. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Gets out of there with the backdown. Player 2 has KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Good job blocking the jump in. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown and the drive rush to keep it going. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Shogeki and experiencing burnout. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. That was a clean.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Round 1.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Ooh, gets the perfect parry to stop that dead. How will they capitalize on this opening? Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Decides to buff up while they can. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. They saw a path and they took it. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Jumps up. Drive rush to keep it going. Pokes with a medium kick. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Active combo hits and we got trouble coming. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fuck. Goes for it at this range. They're going for the super art. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Going in with devil's reverse. Okay, they trade hits. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uses a drive parry against the attack. Perfect air-to-air. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Burnout is triggered. And a super activation. Looking to score KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The quarter makes it hard to escape. Springs forward with the drive rush. Smart play with the throw. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Jumps in. Finishes with the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Shadow Rock goes for the head. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Looking for a good forward rush. Connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. This is gonna hurt. Both life lead. They think this time to bust this out. Closes it out. Player 2.
Fuck.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 2. Fight.
Open. This is gonna hurt. Looking to plant him with a pile drive. Quick step forward. Super Arch to show him what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Will this be enough to kill? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead. What a way to close it out.
Bread Yada asked, you guys still going? I just came back home. This is at 10:45 now. It's 12:50. Yeah. But he said, you guys still going? I just came back home. Spam said, yeah, fat lobby, come join.
Player 1 closed out the last round with a super. They spent that cash, but will it come back to bite them? Impact squash. Player and whiff. They're wide open. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Player 2 knew the throw was coming. But hot, nothing but air. What are they gonna do? Hit that with confidence. Turns out. Dragon Lash. Throws them. How long does this offensive assault continue? Oh, yo, Ross, super here. Player 2 has the sets up with the jump in.
Oh, I saw you try it.
Can't use it.
Oh, that's it.
Critical art now. With this perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Player 2 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game.
He said he was. He said the low connects are making him drop his inputs and he's tired. This is all Hawaii, guys. Next time I should make the room.
Quick dashing. Drive reversal. They block the overhead and throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Takes a trip. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Right lead opens up. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Knockdown. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Goes in on the impact for nothing. Not shy with the grab. Looking to plant him with a pile drive. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Drive gauge gap here. Nice carry. Tatsu's out of the quick dash. Going in. There's the wall splat. They can't do anything now. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the... That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Oh, they switch sides.
Nice. That's what I want to see.
Getting ready. Tensions are running high.
That's what I want to fucking see right there.
We're going into the final round tied up.
The fucking lariat. You know they're gonna jump to try to avoid the SPD, so your lariat should always be ready. And that round it was. The guy couldn't do shit.
Big time whip. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Both are ready to pull the super arc to show them what PhD and fighters can do for you. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Get your plates ready. Damage is on the menu. That's gonna leave them rattled. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one. Especially over in a
Haha.
Player 2.
Master Ken my ass.
A new warrior has entered the ring.
Would you rather fuck Chun-Li with a dick or Zangief with a pussy?
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Interesting. I'll take on
With what? What does he have?
Here we go.
Doesn't matter.
What is this fighter going to do? The throw hits. hits. Now the fun begins. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. What are they thinking here?
Oh.
On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. The drive parry was successful. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Surprises them with a drive rush. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout.
Nice one. Oh.
Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Burnout is triggered. Alright, what's coming up next? Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Well-timed corner switch. What'll happen here? KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Early round, looking to plant them with a pile drive. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Gotta be careful, charges forward. Player 2 can't use any drive, experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Throws him from above. A real test of nerves here. Sticks out a kick. Big time whip. Screw power driver. There's no escape. Amazing. Punch nothing but air.
Not gonna reach.
Player 2 sees the overhead coming. This is a critical moment. Who will come out on top? They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash?
Ooh, almost. Oh.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Medium kick hit. That's gonna leave him rattled. Player 2 with a slight
Got me. Oh!
Getting up close and personal. What now? Blocks the drive reversal? Looking for a packed up the boom. Light burns out. Stomping on the shot. Reversal. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Here comes knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Oh man, this is a scary range. They can't get hit here. No, critical art now. It is over. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up, throws them to negate the block. Very solid corner switch. Gets the cross up. Player 2 big time that just right to get the perfect hit. No hits, now the fun begins.
Oh.
Knockdown. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Jump? Gets the jump in. Hanging on for dear life. Player 2. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the
Fucking
night.
flicked my nipple.
What else can they get away with? Target locked and scoop. Double knee press. Neither of them willing to back off. Springs forward with the drive.
What in the fuck?
With a pile driver. Super experiencing burnout.
Oh, I got caught. I got caught.
Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move. Taking no prisoners. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Grabs him. Parries the attack. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Got their eye on the air. Knockdown. The jump in is denied. Side switch with the back row. Looking for a chance to gain controls for the super art? The super art KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks with a medium. Gets the jump in. Misses the grab. Can't tech the throw. Player 1.
That micro step that I did though, that shimmy is enough to avoid the throw.
This is a turning point. They gotta turn it
Because
around.
it's like intentional, I guess. Because the thing is that if I didn't do that shimmy and I just happened to be at that distance already, you would have been able to throw me, I think. But because of the shimmy, it doesn't register the throw because I'm moving back, I think. You will grab me on the SPD, yes. Like I cannot out shimmy the SPD.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go.
I could backdash and the SPD would get me for sure. I gotta jump.
Alright, first round.
This guy good or what? Killer B? No,
Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Oh! Player 2 has the rifle. Very solid corner switch. The jump in is denied. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Using the drive rush here.
Fuck, I missed my combo.
Life lead opens up. Someone heats it up with a combo into super. A nice chunky combo. Can they keep a throw to tie the ball?
Alright.
They were stuck in the corner. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Throws them. What's next? Jump? Smart play with the throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Still scrapping for control of the space. Oh, burnout triggered. Looking to impress with this super. Is this gonna kill? Locked on. The super art doesn't kill. They gotta focus some wins out in the battle of the skies. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win.
Yeah.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
Yeah.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. Both players with no drive in the tank. Baits up for the air throw. Takes a trip. Player 2 will look to apply. They've been pushed into the in there. Player 2 picks up the always
a little bit more crazy on him.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up and calls out their shot and responds with authority. Throws them to negate the block. Jump. That's them. Springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be burnout activated. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Both fighters planning something. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Throws them. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. Oh, huge snap. Dangerous range here.
Oh, fucking shit. If I just pressed a button, they would have bounced her out of it. Fuck it. Get over it. Yeah. Yeah, everybody left. It's fucking 104 over here.
Here comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
Jeez. I can beat this guy and then
Our
I
fighters are ready to
don't know.
lay it all on the line.
Interesting.
I'll watch you play him and then I'll go to sleep.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? The low kick connects. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Still slugging it out here. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far.
You know, watch me beat him or what?
The jump in.
Oh, wrong button?
Knocked down.
Yeah.
With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive hit.
Ah, I was like, what's happening?
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The attack is parried. Player 1 chases them down. Grabs them. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Oh, burnout trigger!
Oh, fuck.
Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. A quick breather. We have
I know, I put my controller down.
There's still a chance to turn this around. It's a good spot to use the super. Giving them the boost with knee press nightmare. A real test.
I did that for fucking whatever reason.
Player 2 brings
I don't know.
it home. Let's see if they can
Okay,
build
let's do
themselves a
this.
streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Neither of them willing to back off. Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Taking stock. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2.
Oh god, I don't know. It's like there's 7 different fucking things she can do to me in the corner. And I know none of them. And I don't know any of them.
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets the counter hit throw. Still scrapping for control of the space.
I know.
Dashes forward. Okay, they charges forward. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Takes the opponent out of it. Springs forward with the drive rush. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be.
Fuck.
Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range.
Fuck, how am I supposed to predict that?
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Execution in there.
Yeah, it's supposed to knock her out, but I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Player 2 brings it home.
This is like legit fighting a new character in a sense. Like I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, I'm good. I'm done. I think I'm fatigued with it. Alright, man. Talk to you tomorrow. Ugh. Bye.